I want to say a pleasant morning to everyone this morning, everybody who might be seeing this message. Beautiful Monday morning, doing the usual walk, sharing another message with somebody who might be motivated or inspired by this. As we take on this new challenge, this new journey, to change or to move ourselves into a different, way of life, a new way of thinking, a new way of doing things in general. I'm going to be looking at this morning a couple of reasons why some of us might quit doing what we're doing or to navigate the path or the journey we're on. Whether it be, losing a couple of pounds, starting a business, changing the way you live on a daily basis, changing your, you personally, financially, whatever it is that you decide to do. Some of the reasons why we quit, why we fall short of our goals, why we tend to not continue to pursue the journey we are on, or decide to give up too early when you could be one step away from stepping into a whole different world, or to achieve the things we want because we just didn't pull through. All right, one of the reasons why some of us need to look at these things is continue our journey. We need to be looking at the first thing would be, go back, take a break for a little bit and go back. Once you feel like quitting, take a break. You want to take a look at the reason why you decided to do this, the why, the big reason why you decided to make the change in the first place. Because sometimes we tend to get, sidetracked or get thrown off course for a little bit because we face some challenge, we face some naysayers, we face some sort of obstacles. We tend to get sidetracked and forget the reason why we decide to do what we're doing, because there got to be that big reason, that big why. Why did I decide to do that? Why you decide to do what you're going to be doing or what you decide to accomplish? Have to be the case where you're not, one of the reasons could be you weren't happy to, to an extent that you're so unhappy with what you're doing that you want to make that change and you decided to do it. But you get thrown off course because you face some sort of challenge. But go back and look at the reason why you're doing, and I'm sure you'll find your way back to doing the things you want to do or things you should do to accomplish what you want, what you want to accomplish. The second reason would be we need to learn to be, very uncomfortable once you decide to take on a journey, because most of the time this is not familiar territory. It's actually something that you have never done before, something you have thought you would never do, something that you thought was impossible, or you have seen a lot of people fail doing the same thing, the same path you decided to navigate on. But everybody will approach every situation from a different angle and also with a different mindset, and they have a different reason for doing it, and you can compare yourself to others as well, because they have tried it and failed. You may have what it takes, but you won't know unless you give it a shot. All right, and I'm sure you knew when you decided to navigate the path, because it's so unfamiliar. You knew it was going to get uncomfortable. You knew there was going to be challenges. You knew there were going to be stuff that you have no control of. And sometimes you don't even know some of the stuff you'll be running into, but you won't know until you get there, because you have to actually get closer, to really get a closer look as to what it is and what it will take to do it, or what you'll have to do to basically get over these hurdles. One thing you also want to do as well, you want to just trust the fact that, trust yourself to the extent where you are going to achieve this. You know, remain persistent. Persistence is the key to achieving anything in this life. Repetition. Continue doing it. You only can get better at doing it. You can only get better. And once you continue to persist, you realize that it will become easier and easier for you to do it. All right. You also want to share whatever goals or path you decide to navigate, and whatever you're trying to accomplish, whatever you decide to change in your life, you got to make it known. Make it known to some people around you, friends, family. Let it be known to them, because you want to be held accountable. You want to know that, okay, then fine. Dwayne knew I wanted to stop smoking. I told him I was gonna stop smoking. I told my wife or my husband or my kids I was gonna stop smoking, stop drinking. I'm gonna try to lose weight. I'm gonna try to eat healthier. I'm gonna start making this change, because you're not doing this just for you. It's gonna affect people around you, whether negatively or positively. Whatever you decide to do will affect people around you. So you want it to be known that you're gonna be doing this, because when you feel like quitting, you're gonna think about what the people around you who care about you, the people who you hold so dear and close to your heart, what they are going to think about you, because you've actually made a commitment, not just to yourself but to them as well. And this would be another reason to prevent yourself from quitting, because you'll go back and look at what they are going to say, and they are going to be holding you accountable, whether sarcastically or for real. You will have people who will say, yeah, whatever you think, you thought you were gonna stop smoking. I thought you were gonna stop doing this, and then they are not maybe saying it to motivate you, but to demotivate you. But then it can also be one of those reasons why you decide, listen, okay, fine, you think I couldn't do this, well, watch me. And that will actually give you some sort of motivation as to what to do. So it could be positive or negative, it doesn't matter what it is, it could motivate you. It all depends on how you look at it. All right. Another thing you want to do, as I said before, you want to acknowledge the challenges when they come. You want to acknowledge them and know that you can work through them. Tell yourself that this won't stop you. Look that challenge in the face and talk to yourself. Acknowledge they're there, and then you can, once you acknowledge they're there, acknowledge your fears, acknowledge the stuff that that comes, because you will realize that by acknowledging them, you'll start finding a solution to solving these these problems that you're having. Because we know that nothing in life is actually easy. Nothing comes easy, nothing at all. If it comes easy, believe me, start running, because something is wrong. There gotta be a catch. Nothing in this life is created equal. Nothing is created easy. So you got to know that once it is coming to you that easy without you having, sometimes you might say, oh, nothing comes to us easy. Nothing to come to no one easy. If it does come to them easy, believe me, there are going to be consequences. There are going to be stuff that you will have to pay for, because you get nothing in this world for free. Are they going to have to pay with your time, your money, your freedom, your family? You're going to have to pay. You will have to pay. Nothing in this life is easy. And when the moment you start thinking that, some people have it easy, believe me, you have no idea, because you have no idea how they're paying for it or how they will be paying for it. So you got to start understanding that nothing in this life is free, and nothing in this life comes easy. Another thing you got to do as well is that you have to stop for a little bit. Doesn't matter how much this journey or this task, this change you're trying to make. It doesn't matter how serious you're about it. You got to stop and smell the roses for a little bit. Sometimes we keep going, but you get worn out, because you won't be able to stop and take care of yourself. You got to take care of yourself to actually get to where you want to be. You got to stop and smell the roses for a little bit. You've got to have a little self-time within anything you're doing. If you're in a business, it doesn't matter how much you need it. If you're not healthy, if you're not mentally equipped with the energy to do it, you will not be able to do it. You will not get there because you will fall short of your goal, because you will not make it there, because you don't have the energy to persist. Stop and smell the roses for a little bit. Celebrate those little wins. Doesn't matter how small it is. Once you have figured out something, once you have actually done something, pat yourself on the shoulder. Give yourself a break and cut yourself some slack. Don't be too tough on yourself, because you got to understand that as much as you want to navigate this path and you have a time frame that you want to do this, you have to realize that you have to sit back for a little bit, relax, and actually, I'm not saying get complacent. I'm saying just take a break, pat yourself on the shoulder, show some sort of gratitude to yourself for doing what you're doing. Don't expect anybody to come and pat you on the shoulder, because you are the one who needs this. If it does come to the test where somebody actually give you some credit for something you're doing for you or try to accomplish, then that is a plus. But it starts with you. You got to cut yourself some slack, show yourself some love, and be proud of. Look at where you're coming from and where you're at now. It doesn't matter how far you are on a journey. That's where it starts. Feeling proud of yourself. You got to be very proud, because you have made that transition. You're at least on the path to making that transition, to achieve that why, that purpose. And as I share this message with you this morning, as I continue to do, I want to say you please have a wonderful week and start your day off on a positive note. If you think positive, you will get positive return. If you think negative, you will get negative return. You have to remain consistent, and you got to be very clear as to what you want to achieve, and continue to remain positive. Stay true to yourself, and don't pretend to be anybody else but the best you. Don't compare yourself to anybody. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday and where you're at today. That's all you can do. And this is Dwayne signing out with another message as I do this beautiful walk this morning, and I continue to share these little messages with you, and hopefully this has been impactful for somebody, and hopefully one of these reasons for not quitting can actually help you to continue to navigate the path you're on and continue to do what you're doing. And I guess I'll be seeing you in another one. I love this morning. It's beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. Believe me, it is.